It's supposed to rain today, but who knows? Everything's got a pretty good layer of dew on it this morning. Oh well. No sunrise. No rain. There's little pecker marks a little bit. When I was putting the hay in, there was a couple of times that it was kind of raining, but it wasn't. There wasn't even a freaking mist. Other than when you looked away, up on the hill it was raining. Other than that, it didn't do anything. There was no sign of it anywhere. So sometime it had to have been when I was in for lunch and didn't happen to notice. Sometime it actually must have almost rained. Because out in front, where I know it was disturbed before lunch, there was a little dribbling marks in the dust. And that's it, so I don't know. Oh, I do know that my sinuses just absolutely love this. Let's be hot and dry for a little bit, or hot and fairly dry, and then turn off cold and damp. And I'm looking at the top of the post in case you're wondering what I'm doing. So we might catch one of them before it flew away. And calf down there having breakfast at the bridge. That must be the Bridge Cafe down there. Oh yeah, here's where we got this. It didn't back in as well as I thought it was going to. But we got it in here, good enough. I vaguely remember changing the pivot pin in this thing. I think we did twice. One of the old pivot pins is a heavy punch in my toolbox in the shop. There's 7 inches in between there. I'm going to see if I can find something different that'll fit, because the steering on this has always been messed up. The geometry is way off because the way we fixed it versus the way it was originally made, it don't work. You can't use a straight tie rod. So yeah, I did look at the cotton picker axle again. It's the 2-point mount, typical John Deere tractor mount setup. It's right there actually. The axle itself is more than narrow enough to fit in there. And just have to change a few other things. Might have to find some wheels that'll fit. But I didn't get to doing much of that yesterday. I still ended up with working all day. Trying to make a short day and have a little fun, and nobody wanted to hang around with me. It's like instead of tying a pork chop around my neck so the dogs would play, they tied a dead skunk around my neck so everybody would go away. Who knows? Oh yeah, I'd like to get the irrigation going too, but we only got one tractor really the right size to move that traveler. It's not the only one, but I guess at the moment, the white case is still, the 2294 still doesn't have anything on it. I think it still has a 3-point on it. We might have took it off. Yeah, I think we took it off. But let's just make our rounds here. That would be the oldest one in here eating breakfast this morning. And I'm going to say the other one's hiding over there. So it's like, really? I come around this way and can't see anything? And I can't wait till these girls get out of here because this thing's leaking off and on. It went 2 days, never overflowed. Yeah, I don't see anybody hiding in here. But then we got the backwards girl. Hi, backwards girl. Yeah, we'll get you a better shot of her. Who knows, maybe all you'll get today is a short video from this morning. Oh, there we go. Meconium, baby. Good morning, how are you? Yeah, glad to see you're alive. Really am. I thought you was dead when I saw you. Really? She was half out of the cow right against the feeder, and I thought she was dead. Then the cow couldn't hardly stand up. She was hung up in the canal. That was not your mama, kid. No, your mama's laying down. She'll tell you about it in a minute if you do. Oh, nice yellow poop this morning. It's not so bad for right now. All this straightens out later. Oh, and I lied on the oldest one in here. The one that's still getting her breakfast over there. The other day I thought she had scours. I mean, from where I was looking, it sure didn't look good. Oh, no. She just still had a little bit of the icky gooeys left. So, she's been fine. But here's what we came in for. Yeah, backwards. Hi, sweetheart. How are you this morning? Huh? How are you? I'm going to guess she's been up and about. That's the third different place I've seen her land. It's a pretty hard pull on her. It's not easy when you do them backwards. And here's kind of a funny thing. Yesterday I saw a video, and I have no idea whose it was. It was on TikTok. People with Angus, and it seems like people with Angus always have their calving chutes. We've never had one. I mean, we actually have a setup here which replaced our old fitting or old squeeze chute that used to be here. Just because we needed something at this end of the barn for things. I mean, I don't know how they do it in a chute half the time. Because if their head's in the head gate and they flip around wrong, and then you got to deal with trying to figure out how to get the dead cow out. But I'm going to say she ate, because that udder's pretty lopsided. The left side's kind of empty. Not that it is empty, but the right side hung low. It's kind of like so. Yeah, right side's full. So we're good there, and ears are up. Too long of a story anyway. And I know some of you have seen how we do it. It works when it works right. Those lockups work great to get them caught. Put a halter on them. Tie them with their head in there, and when you're ready, let them out of the lockup. And they have just enough rope on the halter that their head is out. And we have had a couple do a little flip we do afterwards, but they're out far enough that they can't twist their neck off and hang themselves. Here we go. Now that I'm over here and it's a crappy camera angle and the lighting's wrong, y'all get to see for the first time the same thing I get to see for the first time. See her up and moving. Yeah, a little wobbly in her hind, and I expect that because she was tough getting her butt out. Yes, you were. And looky there, there's almost 10 minutes already. But isn't that such a cute 10 minutes? Oop, if I pick it up, you can watch. Yeah, good mama. Hey, kid. There you go. Say hi. Say hi. Well, you did get a little moo. Hopefully you heard it over me, Gavin. I'm going to call that good. Well, are we going to go to breakfast? You could go to breakfast on this side. Would be a good thing, kid. Your mother would appreciate it. Oh, sure. Well, now, why couldn't she have walked over there when we were over there? Yeah, there's 10 minutes. You know, I got the 3 newest babies on the video, so I get some of these older babies on here. A little 023 laying there. She's gotten to be a little friendlier. 923G here. I don't know about her. There's a little fathead boy. He is a frickin' moose. He is. And man, that white head on a first calver, especially a first calver 3-year-old, I'm glad he came out. But hey, she shouldn't have any trouble because he was a big calf when he come out. This little girl here, this 9, whatever she was, she usually isn't in there if I'm in there feeding. And of course, he always tends to run away. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like he had a bad experience when he was littler, but he don't run too far. A couple of the yearlings here. Looks like 3 of them right here. Look at the calf with the fat head standing next to a yearling. And she's not necessarily a small yearling. But he makes her look small. Yeah, speaking of yearlings, here's another one. I think, yeah. No, maybe, yeah. Good morning. How are you? And another one. Another calf hiding down there. Okay. This may just be a short video. I don't know. You know me. You never know what you're going to get. Stand here, look at Bam Bam's backside. He makes everybody in here look small, right? He's supposed to. Oh, and speaking of 023 calf, there's Mama right there swinging her head around. Yeah, she likes to talk. Oh well. Still don't know what I'm going to do today. It is chilly out. Actually, walking from the shop back down here, I felt a drop on the back of my neck. And I was looking at my phone, and there was 1 drop on my phone. And that's it. Yeah. Catching a very rare moment lately. If you notice, there's kind of a haze up there in the trees. It's sprinkling up there. And every now and then I feel a drop. And it's dropped a little more than I thought. Those are, I mean, why they're right there, I don't know, but those are raindrops on that axle and on the tires. Ah, and there's an orb. Oh well. Maybe we'll get more. I'm really surprised. I've been wandering around out here for a few minutes and I didn't think I'd gotten that wet. Doesn't feel like it. But it just isn't drying off right away, I guess. Like it's been doing. Yeah, this is the junkyard at the moment. Had to get all this stuff out of the middle of the yard. I need to make a phone call and call a scrap outfit in town and have them bring a tote box out. Get rid of some shit. And I don't know if it's worth fixing that ring or not. There is no bottom left around it anymore. That's the biggest pain in the butt to fix, is the bottom. That's the easy part. And at some point, got to do something with that cotton picker. I'm really thinking I'm going to pull that rear axle and use it on that tractor. Just got to do a little cutting on it. A little butt scratching. And the only thing I'm going to save off that, I want to save the box off top. That's got a belt in it. Make a something out of that. And the hydraulics that are still on it. And the engine's good. Just needs 1 injector line that's got a hole wore in it. Braze it up or replace it, one or the other. I got an idea for the engine. I just don't know if it'll work real easy. I'd go nice in the bell wagon, give it a lot more horsepower. I think it'll fit in there. I think. I haven't looked yet. And it runs way better than the clapped out engine that's in the bell wagon. Other than that, the rest is going to be mostly scrap. So just gotta have time to mess with it. Been a nice windy day today. As I say that, the loose piece of tin over there quits making noise. Imagine that. It was just howling before I clicked the button. That'd be our little backwards girl. She's doing good. I didn't notice that she ate last night, but this morning, you know, hey, her udder was way lopsided, so that's a good thing. And they're hiding their babies. One of them's between the mama and the feeder. See her underneath her neck. And I imagine the other one's right behind those two. I figured I better do something to close this out. And while I'm at it, any of you that watch South Saskatchewan Farmer probably know that his wife is pregnant, well, was pregnant. They went in, I believe they actually headed in last night to the hospital to welcome their new arrival. And that didn't happen until this afternoon, so he says everything's all right. So congratulations to Nick and Amanda. Can't wait to see the next little farmer on their place. So I just thought I would mention that. If you haven't already been there, go tell them congratulations. I know he'll have another video out here in a couple days once they get settled at home. So, and sounds like everything went well, which is good. Hopefully things continue to go well. Hey, I found the other one. Let's see. Two babies are in a row right there. A far white spot and red spot. Told you they were both there. So anyway, I didn't get much done this afternoon. Kind of run out of juice the last few days, so hit her again tomorrow. See what I can get done. See if we can get a loader tractor going and get a baler home and get it ready to go. That kind of stuff. And wait for parts so that parts of the tractor are supposed to be here Wednesday. So maybe by the weekend that thing will be back on it and we don't have to use plan B over there that didn't work. And we need plan B for irrigation and for grinding feed preferably, but not necessarily. So anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. We're just going to enjoy all this wind and watch it rain up in the hills a little bit and really do nothing here. Things are turning color fast. I want the irrigation out, but like I say, the only tractor I really got to move it with is right there. Unfortunately, the other tractors don't have any way to hook it up to move the Traveler anyway. I can with one of the little ones, but that Traveler weighs too damn much for me to go down the hill with it. I ain't into that kind of ride. I'd like to live through it. Kind of narrow-minded, I know.